Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Coffee with Katie. Filming another video, so still my wrath mug. So this video is going to be part 2 of beautiful naked hardcovers. If you remember my part 1 of this video several months ago, I just showed you some books in my collection that have beautiful naked hardcovers. And kind of what I identified as those are books that have either a foiling, embossing, hidden stamp underneath the dust jacket on the cover, or ones that are meant to be dust jacket-less, so they're just a hardcover book without a dust jacket and have a cool design on them. And in that video, I originally said I was gonna do another part to this, so I have part 2. If you would like to see a part 3, I could probably scrounge up some in the next several months, but we're gonna get into some more beautiful books. I do have a couple of Fairy Loot editions in this video as well, but for this video, I'm gonna kind of steer away from Fairy Loot editions because I do unbox Fairy Loot editions and I talk about them on my channel already. So this is going to be more books that aren't Fairy Loot editions. Again, there's going to be a couple of exceptions, but these are going to be more so books that you can just buy outright or are like first editions or special editions, collector's editions, things like that. But I'm going to try to steer away from the Fairy Loot ones. That being said, I have to show you this Illumicrate edition of a book because I think it's absolutely beautiful. And that is the Illumicrate edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. So this was an exclusive Illumicrate edition. It has the forget-me-not flowers. It's black and silver and it has black shimmery sprayed edges. But it has this on the naked hardcover and it's Luke and Addie. And I think it's so pretty. I love it so much. I think it was done so well. And the end papers also match it. It's just so cute. I love it. I love the design. I love it so much. One of the Fairy Loot editions I do want to mention is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. And this is a black hardcover book with tons of gold foiling on it. And it just makes this book stand out and just stunning. Even the spine is amazing. The back is amazing. And it has a quote that says, "All magic comes with a price, but love wasn't part of the bargain." And it's got beautiful gold gilded edges. It's just like the epitome of this book title. And I absolutely love it. It is so stunning. Like, just look at it. I think it's very eye-catching. Even if it was just the spine facing out, it's very eye-catching. And I just love that about this book. I think it's just a stunning edition. And I hope they do a matching edition for Cursed and they do red foiling and black. That would probably be my favorite book ever if they do red foiling on black like this for Cursed. Oh, that'd be great. While I'm in this section of my shelves, I might as well show you another Fairy Loot edition I liked, and that is Vespertine by Margaret Rodgerson. This is meant to be a just straight hardcover edition, just like Gilded, and it is also black, and it's either gray or white and gold, and it just looks like a very old-timey book. Even the spine looks very old-timey and really cool. And then the back also has a quote on it. And it says, "For a strange moment, I felt as though I were watching myself from afar, a lone cloaked figure cleaving through an ocean of the dead. The chant of Vespertine shook the ground like a drum beat. I could feel it in my bones." And this also has sprayed, shimmery, like yellowy gold sprayed edges, which is really cool. And I just like that it looks like an old-timey book. I think that's really pretty. And the end pages are artwork, which is also very cool. Another one I have to show you on that shelf is the illustrated edition of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I got this as a Christmas present. I was very excited. I asked for it and I love it. The original cover is like this paper that's really pretty, kind of, you know, standard, but really pretty. The sprayed edges is where it's at. But when you take the dust jacket off, it has the eye on the front where that little circle was, and then it has the foiling on the spine, which is really pretty, and I love it because even though this is covered, if you had this taken off, that would show. There's like hollow here, so when you put it back on, it shows through. I love that so much. Another one that I think is really beautiful, and I really like the color scheme of it, is the illustrated edition of The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I just love that it's this like dark green, maybe black, but it just seems like an extremely dark green with this like coppery foiling, and the artwork on this, it's just so beautiful. I love it. And the spine also has that beautiful foiling, and on the back looks like this, and on the back it talks about like 25 years ago Robin Hobb wrote this, and it's just really cool. And I just think it's really well done. Like, I think if all books looked like this, it would be so aesthetically pleasing. I really like this design. I think it's just really beautiful, and I wish all books looked like this because it would be amazing. Another one that I think has a really pretty design under the cover is Empire of the Vampire UK edition by Kristoff. Like I said, this is the UK edition, which the cover is really cool on this one too, but when you take the dust jacket off, it has one of the family crests on it, and this is De Leon. And I just think it's really cool. And the different editions of this had different crests, which is really cool and unique, and I love when publishers do stuff like that. And then it has the foiling on the spine. So really pretty. Does it ever disappoint you when you like open the dust jackets of other books and there's nothing on it? That really disappoints me, especially if I think like, this is a $25 adult fantasy book and nothing's on the naked hardcover. I'm like, well, you suck. Just kidding. I just think it's really disappointing, and I always want there to be something to make the book more special, but I know that can be difficult for a lot of reasons, so it's probably really picky of me to say, but I do get kind of disappointed in that. Especially when I have them on my shelf, I'm like, oh, I've never looked under this dust jacket, and then I do and there's nothing there. I'm like, wow, that's why. Another series I feel like I would be remiss if I did not mention beautiful naked hardcovers of is the 10th anniversary editions of the First Law Trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. This one is the Blade itself. And it's got the beautiful silver foiling with the like blue map in the background, which is really stunning. And I just really like these. This is why I got these editions of them. And then of course, Before They Were Hanged, which I like this one more because the contrast of the map is a lot better in this, so you can really see it. And I just love these. And then of course we have The Last Argument of Kings, the last one in the First Law Trilogy. Again, beautiful silver foiling and the blue map. I feel like the color contrast changes on each of these a little bit, but I also really like the map. It's so cool. So that's this trilogy. Then of course we have all of my editions of Once Upon a Broken Heart that I will go ahead and show you the UK edition that I have, the Fairyloot edition, and the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. So this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. It has the exclusive pink cover, and it also has a secret naked hardcover, which looks like this. I like that it's kind of a pink color. I don't really see hardcover books this color, and then it has gold foiling that says Recipes of the Ancient North, translated for the first time in 100 years, and this is very relevant to the story if you've read the book, and I just think it's really pretty. And then the UK edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart has these beautiful secret hardcovers underneath, and they all there was 4 different ones you could get. This is the Fox edition, and it is beautiful. Like, the entire front of this book is covered in gold foiling, and it's so pretty. The design, it's like marbled. It has this fox, and it has the other hints of the other secret covers on it. So there's a book, a potion bottle, an arrow, and a fox. And I think that's so cool, and it's beautiful. And then the spine also has a fox on it, and they correspond with the front cover, and that's just awesome. And I think this was so well done, and everyone went nuts over it, and we're gonna go nuts over it again if she does secret covers for the Ballad of Never After. But there's a reason people love these so much. Then of course, the Fairyloot edition of Once Upon a Broken Heart. And this one's also pretty cool because it's also very relevant to the book. So it says The Ballad of the Archer and the Fox in this beautiful white and like pink magenta-y foiling. And even on the spine, I think that's what's really cool, is even on the spine, it says The Ballad of the Archer and the Fox, which is a story within this world. And I think that's just so cool when you can just have a book that looks like a totally different book when you take the dust jacket off, but it's really not. And I just think that's really clever and beautiful. I like that I said I wasn't gonna do a lot of Fairyloot editions, and now I'm about to show you some more. You can't talk about beautiful naked hardcovers without talking about the Fairyloot from Blood and Ash series. So we have the first one from Blood and Ash. Look at this foiling. It's black and gold and stunning. I love the greenery. I don't love people on things, but I think this is just so beautiful. The spine is chef's kiss. I love this spine, and it's actually the same on the dust jacket. We're not talking about that right now, but I do think it's really cool that they match. And I love the spine, because if you saw that on a bookshelf, it would be perfection. I really love these. And then of course we have Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which looks like this. Same, you know, same theme, same kind of style, but just stunning. And The Crown of Gilded Bones. This one has a wolf on it, so this one wins. I just really like the style of these, and I also like that the spines all match. So say you wanted to take the dust jackets off and have them on your shelves, and you had them like this, they would all match, and I just think there's something really beautiful about that. In fact, I think I saw somebody on BookTube the other day that she had all of her books on her bookshelf, but she had taken the dust jackets off, so there was a lot of black and gold and just a lot of black. And my husband was actually like, how does she have so many books that are like that? And I was like, and I told him, she's taken the dust jacket off of them. And he's like, that many books look like that? And I was like, well, some do, but obviously some of them are special, but it's really cool to have that color scheme and theme. I thought her shelves looked really pretty that way, and I just think that shows how aesthetically pleasing these books are. I really need to read these books. Another one that is really stunning is Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith, and the cover itself is really simple and really beautiful, but when you take the dust jacket off, it has this beautiful moon made out of stars, and I think this is really simple but really beautiful. And you know, this is just the regular edition. I'm not sure if it was just the first print run or what, but I just think there's like a simple elegance to this that's really understated. And to me, it was like really stunning when I looked under the dust jacket and saw this, because it's so beautiful. I don't know if you guys agree, but I just think this one is like, it can be more beautiful than a lot of the intricate ones because of how simplistic it is, but also how detailed. I just really like this one a lot. Another one I really liked was All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christine Lane Hermann, because it has a little foiling under the dust jacket, and I just thought it was a little fun surprise. It's like the same thing as the cover, like the main focus of the cover, but I just thought it was really cool that it was on there. And it's red and gold, which is really pretty. A couple of other regular editions of books that I really like, because I like the secret foiling under the dust jacket, is the Kingdom of Cards duology by Jamila Angelis. Both of these have foiling stamps on their naked hardcovers, and I think it's really cool because not every book does, and I thought these were really pretty, so I will show you these. So for Where Dreams Descend, it's this little like chandelier that she sits on in a club, and it's also red and gold and really pretty. And then for When Night Breaks, it's this really pretty broken mirror. It's really hard to show you with that light reflecting. It's this really pretty broken ornate mirror, which is important to the story as well, even though I don't even know the full importance of the story unless you read this book, which I haven't yet. But I just think it's really cool and pretty, and I like the blue and the silver. The next ones that have really pretty foiling under the hardcover is the Something Dark and Holy trilogy by Emily A. Duncan. These are the Owl Crate editions, but I think it's the same foiling on the regular editions, but I just really like I prefer the covers on the Owl Crate editions more, so I will go through these. So for Wicked Saints, it is red and silver, and it says, "Let them fear her," which I just love. I love this quote. I love this aesthetic. I love it so much. I just really like this quote a lot, and so I think it's really pretty and really cool. And then for Ruthless Gods, it's black with red foiling, which, very late if you're listening, cursed, black and red foiling, that's what you gotta do, man. That would be so stunning. It says King of Moths, King of Blood, King of Horrors. I love black with red foiling. I just think it's really pretty. And then for Blessed Monsters, it's white and black, and I actually don't know what this says. I think I would know what it says once I read the book, but it looks like this. And I rarely see white books, and if I do see white books, I rarely see black, so I think that's really cool. I also think it's cool how they look together with the color scheme. And then we have Blade of Secrets by Trisha Levinseller, and this is another one of the like simple, understated ones, but I still think is a really happy surprise. The cover's beautiful. I love the fire. But underneath, it's just black and gold foiling with some little forging tools, which is really cool. But I actually really love the spine, because the spine has a sword on it and a little thing right here. And I think it's just a very small, minute detail. It makes it so much prettier with this sword, and I just really like it. Another one that's kind of simple and cute and cool is The School for Good and Evil by Somen Chinani. And it's just got a little bit of a crest or something underneath, but I just think it's really cute. It just says The School for Good and Evil with these swans, and I think this is the emblem of the school. And I just think it's cute. So yeah, I just like this one. I feel like this is just making me want to read all these books that I haven't gotten to yet. It also has these really cool like map detailings that's just like really ornate. This next one I really like because I like this different direction for naked hardcovers. It's probably a style that you've seen before, but I just really like these, especially. I love foiling. as much as the next person, but I just think there's something special about these. And the one that I'm going to show you today is Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. Cover's stunning, right? But the Naked hardcover is a like soft touch own design. It has the title of the book on it. It has these beautiful blurred colors on it. And I just love it. It also says the book title on the pages, but I just love this. I love it when the Naked hardcover, like A Nature of Witches, is like its own thing. It's not necessarily foiling, but it's its own picture or print. I just think that's really pretty. So this is really nice. And then the last one I'm going to talk about in today's video is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This is the UK edition, and I bought this just, I think, on Book Depository just because, and it was before I really understood that UK and US editions were different, because that took me a while to grasp, being new to the booktube community, because this was back in I think 2020, before I had even really started my booktube channel. And I ordered the UK edition. I really liked the size of it, and I just liked how it looked. But I really like the Naked hardcover because it is yellow and has this black print on it of this snake in a tree. And it has the black on the spine. And I just really think it's pretty that it's yellow and just kind of unique with the snake. I just really liked it. And when I found this under the dust jacket, I was like, what? This is so cool. And that's kind of what sparked this probably for me and my love for them. But I just thought it was a really fun surprise and I really liked it. All right, everyone, well, that is it for today's video talking about all these beautiful Naked hardcovers. Please comment down below one of your favorite Naked hardcovers or one that you discovered that you didn't know existed and you really liked. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you next time. Stay safe and caffeinated. Bye.